six-time NBA champion, two-time NBA Executive of the Year, represented by his wife Thelma, Basketball Hall of Famer and former Bulls general manager, Jerry Krause.
Recently, something extremely shameful and disgusting happened, and I believe, guys, that we need to discuss it. Chicago Bulls had their Ring of Honor ceremony, a ceremony where every franchise wants to embrace achievements of their top players and personnel after they achieved something special for their team. What in theory should be an amazing and joyful day turned out to be a festival of hate.
Chicago is a sports town, and what we witnessed today when Jerry Krause's name was called and the people that booed Jerry Krause and his widow who was accepting this honor for him, it was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I hurt for that lady, brought her to tears, and whoever booed her in this arena should be ashamed of themselves.
As you know, Jerry Krause died a couple of years ago, and his wife Thelma was representing him during the ceremony. When Jerry's image popped on huge telebeam, Bulls public started to boo him extremely loudly. And to no surprise, few seconds later, we seen shocked Thelma in tears. Some part in it certainly had to do something with how Jerry was depicted in The Last Dance. He was shown only from the bad side.
I mean, they made fun of him. They mocked him. They mocked him open.
Those are the pins you take to keep it short. Those died too. Alright. What, Jerry, you want to let me play with him? You gotta lower the rim.
Jerry was presented as public enemy number one, author of Bulls disintegration after their last championship run, and supposedly he did it just to prove his point and boost his ego. Last Dance portrayed Jerry as fat, insecure man who was jealous of his players' glory. It doesn't give him glory for finding and drafting Pippen. Bulls were the only team to send a scout and check Pippen Naya ball for Central Arkansas. In 1993, Krause said he almost had an orgasm seeing for the first time Pippen playing. Not to mention, Krause made Phil Jackson as we know him of now, maybe best NBA coach ever. Phil was coaching Continental Basketball Association teams and teams from Puerto Rico. No NBA team wanted to give him a chance. Krause initially hired him as assistant. Also Krause hired Tex Winter, author of famous Triangle Offense. And the rest is history.
I didn't hear it. I was in the locker room, but somebody just told me about it, and it's shameful. It's absolutely shameful. I cannot believe. I'm devastated for Thelma and for the Krause family. What can we possibly be thinking?
When he was introduced, the crowd in the United Center booed him and thus her. I don't really know what to say about it.
Krause is one of the greatest executives in NBA history. No matter what you want to say, that is unarguable. And he is a rightful member of that Ring of Honor. And his name hangs in the rafters.
And it's embarrassing, but this is the world that we live in, right? Like, you have to be a heartless individual to boo at a ceremony like that. Like, the Bulls haven't won a championship since he was the executive.
I talked to her at length today, and she is in a remarkably good place because of the overwhelming support she has received today from people all around the league, around the franchise, etc. So, the words that she gave to me was, I've had so much support that I can't help but focus on the positive, not the negative. And sometimes good things come from bad instances, and this was a bad instance. And the good thing that can come from this is the correction that, you know, people are going to have to realize that Jerry Krause was really good at his job. That's why he's in the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. So you can boo him if you want, you can disagree with how the dynasty ended, etc. But in terms of, you know, his accomplishments and the way he built teams, there's no disputing that. And so I just wanted to convey that to the viewers, because we could all learn a lot from the way she conducted herself throughout this experience.
Bulls haven't won a championship since he was the executive.